Cancer has touched virtually all of our lives in one way or another, and it doesn't discriminate based on age, race, or income. But here in America, at least, your income and insurance can determine the treatment or lack thereof.
A restaurant owner in Huntertown tells 21 Investigates reporter John Wagner her father, a cancer patient on the state's Healthy Indiana plan, got denied treatment over a matter of just $100.
Dawn Folsom has a lot weighing on her as she tries to keep up with running a Greek restaurant in Huntertown.
He went in to try and do his treatment for chemo, and they rejected him, telling him that he needed $17,000 for treatment.
That's Dawn, and she's talking about her dad's battle with cancer. While he doesn't make much money, he's still been able to get chemo treatments under the Healthy Indiana plan, until recently.
Where his cancer is at, it's at the bottom of his esophagus. It has not metastasized onto his stomach, which is a miracle. So if all goes well with chemo, then we can get him in for surgery to get that removed. If there's more of a timeline, it brings his chances of recovery down drastically the longer he waits.
There you go.
Given that Dawn's dad qualified for the state's low-income insurance plan, there's no way he or his family could come up with the $17,000 needed on the spot. And Dawn says a payment plan was out of the question.
Yeah, they shut the door on him and told him to come back when he had it.
But the question is, why wasn't his insurance covering his treatment anymore? Dawn found out it was because her dad's household made just $100 too much that month.
So he was only $100 over on the 138% poverty line that qualifies people for insurance. $100 over. It just blows me out of the water because my parents' income is barely enough to live on.
Terms and limits on medical plans will always exist, of course, but Dawn says disrupting a stage 3 cancer patient's care is inhumane.
This bureaucracy has stopped my dad from getting a life-saving treatment that could extend his life.
Knowing that time was not on her side, Dawn pressed forward.
And I was like, no, this isn't the end of the road. We're not going to take no for an answer. We're going to find some resolutions.
Dawn started giving herself a crash course in all the insurance jargon many of us don't fully understand, contacting state reps and senators, the Indiana Attorney General's office, and waiting for a number of callbacks that never came.
If we make enough noise, if we allow lawmakers to understand the importance of having some kind of sliding scale for the income level that qualifies people for insurance, that can really save their lives.
Dawn says she never got any meaningful help from anyone at the State House, but the good news is she managed to get her dad's HIP plan reinstated and moved his care to Parkview Health.
I got into contact with these two amazing ladies who were like, hey, we're going to be your patient navigator, we're going to be your financial navigator. Let's get all this information over here. We just need to get him back into treatment. We'll figure the rest out later.
Before being denied treatment, Dawn's dad was looking at a 35% chance of survival. But for the past 5 weeks or so, he's been without chemo and a host of other medications. And while that has likely not worked in his favor, Dawn's not just thinking about her own dad.
My dad is my best friend. And more importantly, he's not the only person who's going through this.
Dawn says she doesn't want others to give up or fumble through finding life-saving care just because they're poor.
So I feel if I can share his story and what he's experiencing right now, I hope it encourages others to do their homework and research. You know, reach out to me if you need information. I've got a plethora of it now.
21 Investigates has tried to reach someone with Healthy Indiana or the FSSA to see if a situation like this could be prevented in the future. We're still waiting to hear back.
That's right.
For 21 Alive News, I'm John Wagner reporting.